All right, Jonathan.
This month in tech history, we have
Got
freaking laser beams.
freaking laser beams.
Freaking laser beams.
Hold on. Let's see what that's talking about. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Still, no one has figured out how to attach lasers to the heads of sharks. What's going on here? Do you guys get that reference?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah,
I sure do.
Powers.
Help out the young people. What is that reference from?
That is from Austin Powers when
That's right.
when Dr. Evil wanted those sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
That was
Oh,
patented laser.
that's funny. So somebody patented the first patent on a laser is issued to Arthur Leonard Schawlow and Charles Hartown, who assigned it to Bell Telephone Laboratories. Huh. All right.
Laser beams. That's what.
Freaking laser beams. What else do we got, Jonathan?
On March 23rd, Mir falls from the sky, which is one of the Russian space station.
Oh, when you said Mir, I thought you were talking like about a drunk person. You know, when they say, hey, you, Mir. You know? You're talking about the Russian space station. Got it. So this one fell out of the sky. Oh, so it was only supposed to last 5 years up there. That was the lifespan.
Nice.
That's weird.
And it lasted for quite a while.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
Wow. That's crazy.
And then on March 24th,
what?
MacOS X is born.
That's what I'm running. I think I got X1 actually.
Wow.
Yeah, they got the macOS is now in version 11, so it's X1. Cool. This was 2001. Wow. So 20 years. macOS X. Yeah, they never wanted to go beyond version 10, but I think after Steve Jobs passed away, they started making plans to like upgrade it to the next version. And the next version just recently came out, like literally months ago. Now they're in version 11, but it lasted for like 20 years. So pretty cool.
Yeah. And then next we have on March 25th, Twister first movie. The first movie on DVD.
So this is the very first movie on DVD, 1996. Wow. How old were you guys?
Wow. I was 5.
I was 3.
Do you guys ever remember, like, yeah, you guys still see DVDs around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually like that movie.
Yeah, that is. It says that it sounds really good in surround sound.
It's just wind noise like this.
All right.
On March 26th, Melissa Unleashes. What is that?
1999. Do you guys remember that?
No.
What the heck is that?
What is Melissa?
Melissa was an email virus. And so this was a virus that it didn't do a whole lot of damage other than bring down the Microsoft email server. So Microsoft created an email server that is called Exchange. And so if you were running an Exchange server, Melissa was just like inundating your email server, because what it would do, it would actually run some script, and that script would go and grab the addresses from your Outlook and start sending out emails to every person in your Outlook. And then those emails would make it to everyone in your Outlook, and it would go, and if they had Outlook, it would go and look at everybody in their address, in their address book, and it would send out this email in their address book. And if anybody running on Exchange and Outlook, it was just clogging up the servers, and so you can see here where many corporate Microsoft COF email service were just crashing because they had way too much email to send. So it didn't really do anything. It just sent out email and clogged up the servers, essentially, is what it did. But it wasn't like it would mess up anybody's machine,
And it was from a person called Melissa or something? Why is it called Melissa?
Yeah.
That's a good question. All right. What else do we got?
And on March 27, 20-year-old Bill Gates gives an address to Harvard students.
No, Albuquerque. Altair Computer Convention in Albuquerque.
Oh,
He was attending. He was in Harvard. I read a book about, it was called something about luck. Something about luck or by chance or something like that. I have the book in audio. And they talk about all these famous people that are successful business. The Beatles, they talk about the Beatles. They talk about successful hockey players. They talk about Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and the guy from Sun Microsystem. And they were talking about these people were born at the right time. It's not that they were lucky or they came up with a good idea. It's just that they were born at the right time. And he used to sneak out of his home at the age of 13, 14, and would go to the university because the universities didn't lock the labs, and he would go and program. And so he would program from like 9, 10 o'clock in the evening to like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then go back home, crawl into bed. And then his mom would wake him up to go to school. And he didn't want to go to school because he was still sleepy. And they were wondering, is like, what's going on? Why are you so lazy and all this? But it turned out he was programming the whole time through school, through junior and high school, or middle and high school. And they were indicating that it's not that he was smart, it's just that he had a lot of time spending programming. It's essentially what they were talking about. Same thing with the Beatles. The Beatles were playing at some strip club 7 days a week, 8 hours a day. And they were nobodies. But because they practiced so much, 7 days a week, 8 hours a day for a couple of years, when they finally went to go and record an album, they got a contract. These guys were like perfect, like they read each other because they had practiced so much with each other, so it's just all about just doing things over and over, which is pretty crazy. That created Microsoft,
yeah.
So what else do we got?
Last but not least, Kodak releases a DC-40, which is a camera that
It's the first or the second
digital camera. Wow. Digital.
The second digital camera. This was a year after Apple's QuickTake. I guess Apple had the first digital camera out. But Kodak has always been on the forefront of photos. You guys don't remember the Polaroid, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People still do Polaroids.
They still do Polaroids, like instant.
Yeah.
I don't know who pays for those, but apparently it's still a novelty. So it's still a novelty. It's crazy. Very cool.
Yeah, and that's all we have in this month in tech.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What do you think, Beej?
It's pretty interesting. I was just wondering, how did those digital cameras connect?
How did
With
they
what
connect?
wire? If they're digital.
Oh, what year was that? Let's see.
I think it said 95.
That's a 1990. The DC-40.
Oh, internal flash memory storage.
Oh yeah, compact flash.
Wow.
That's
So you
crazy.
probably had to use like the USB connector.
Oh, no, that's for the DC-120. Look at the DC-40 up there.
Oh, they were both manufactured by Chinon.
It cost us $1,000 for that.
In today's money, what would that be worth? Like $3,000.
Yeah, probably.
Crazy.
Very.
That is crazy. They had an LCD display for the picture. So, that's a good question, man. All right, so that concludes our